I have sat across from people in the human design reading, and I've thought, wow, like this person can stand to make millions in their business. They are designed to do it. But here's the thing, it wasn't just one thing that made me think that. It wasn't just, the money channel or the channel of the entrepreneur or having a heart center defined or having a particular profile line. It was a combination of lots of different things that led me to this moment. And since then, that was about 2 years ago, since then, I have seen the ability and the potential in so many other charts to make money in business, but they are all different things, which has made this particular video actually quite hard for me because as a holistic human design reader, I look at the chart as a whole. I cannot sit here today and pick out anything specific in a chart and just, help you to understand where money comes from. Because if I gave you a example of a human design chart and I picked out where the money came from in that chart, that's not your chart. So that's not going to help you. I am today going to focus on a specific part of the human design chart that we all have, and that is our profile lines. So these are the two numbers. You might be a 5-1 like me, you might be a 2-4, a 3-5, or anything like that. And these two numbers I'm going to focus on today because this is something I can describe very clearly on my YouTube video, my podcast. And really understanding these profile lines are going to help you to understand your gift of that profile line as well as the shadow as well. So let's get started. I'm going to go through the profile lines 1 to 6. I'm going to give you information on the shadow and then the gift of where you are leaving money on the table and where you can make more money. And to start off with, all you're going to need is an understanding of what your profile line is. So if you are a 5-1 like me, then you're going to want to listen to number 1 and number 5 as I go through them. If you're a 2-4, you're going to listen to number 2 and number 4. You ready? Let's get going. So line 1 is the investigator. I know this very, very well. So the gift here of the line 1 really is your depth of knowledge, and this is your authority. People look at you knowing that you are the only one in the world that will know something, this particular something, really, really deeply. And clients will pay a premium for people who genuinely know their stuff. Research is your credibility. Your depth is your where your money is. But the shadow of this first line investigator is all about how you will keep researching and researching and researching, and you will, be introspective and internal, and you won't really get out there into the world and sell your authority, sell your knowledge. And this is where you are leaving money on the table because you don't want to buy another course, get another certification before you are ready to move. You need to move before you feel ready. Trust me, I know this one really well. I started doing human design readings when I'd only really learned human design for maybe a year and a half, and I did not feel ready. I did not feel stable. But guess what? By doing human design readings, I learned so much more than I ever could sitting in a course or a classroom because I was learning from other people's lived experiences of their own unique design. So the foundation building, you'll always do it. You will be a lifelong learner, but there's got to be a place in your life where you say, enough is enough now. I'm going to get out there, share my authority, share my value, and lead through my first line because I have got so much knowledge on this particular subject. So the money move here for you as a first line is you already know enough. You need to send that offer out. You need to get everything out into the world. You need to be visible, because these people, they will see you, they will feel you, and they will move towards you because of the depth of your knowledge. So let's move on to line 2. So, you guys, the hermit, your gift is that you have a natural genius that others can see more clearly than you can. You do not have to do the first line research and, all of the other like education things and the certifications and everything like that. You are naturally good at what you do. Money comes to you when you just let yourself be called out. Sometimes somebody will call you out for something and you would never have thought that would make you money in a million years. So let yourself be surprised by what comes to you. Let yourself be open and receptive to whatever invitations come into you. Regardless of what human design type you are, this is a projected line. So if you look at the qualities of the projector in the human design system, they are people who just shine their light out into the world and just let people come into them. And they charge their worth, right? A really strong aligned projector will charge their worth. The right people will find you and they will tell you what it is that they want you to do, and they will come and ask you. Now, the shadow side of the hermit is that you will hide. By nature, you are an introvert. By nature, the hermit is almost conditioning you to come to be introspective and to be somebody who doesn't want to be interrupted in their own space. And I get it. I love being in my own space, but this means that visibility in your business kind of is a little bit difficult for you because you want to be hiding. You also will underprice yourself because you don't really fully see the value in what comes naturally to you. Think of it again like you are a projector. Projectors have this amazing focus and penetrating aura, and we see so deeply into the soul of another person, but we cannot turn that aura around and really, really understand ourselves. We have to have other people, reflectors mainly, to reflect back who we are. But as a second line, no matter what human design type you are, you also probably won't really see your value and see your natural gifts. So let people be a mirror for you. Let people be there for you so that you can be pulled out. And when you realize that you will be seen regardless, even if you are hermiting, even if you are not visible in any way, even if you haven't posted on social media for 2 months, people will still see you. And the more that you realize this, the more that you will be less uncomfortable with the fact that people will be calling you out. So, your money move, line number 2, the hermit, you do not have to perform visibility in any way, shape, or form, but you do have to let people in far enough to find you. Okay. You can't flirt around on the surfaces of visibility. You have to get out there, shine your light, and you have to be selective with your visibility as well. But just get out there. Don't perform, just be your natural self, and you will be called out. Okay, line number 3, the martyr. Let me tell you about your gift. So, every single failed business experiment, every single failed pivot or wrong turn is a gift for you. This is your research and development. This is how you learn. This is where you know what does not work and what is actually really amazing and is genuinely valuable. Your mess is your method, right? So when you share that with the world, when you say that, you've tried it, you've done it, it didn't work, and I'm going to help you to get there faster because I'm going to save you all of this time and heartache and money and effort, then this is your gift. This is where you are leaving money on the table. Now, your shadow line 3 is that you treat your non-linear path as a liability. You think that it is an issue that you have gone this way and then you've gone that way and then you pivoted again and then you've changed it and you apologize, and you also are worried about you coming across as being flaky. Right? If you're pivoting, you might think that other people are looking at you and they're like, oh, this girl, she's kind of a little bit unstable. You doubt yourself every time something doesn't work, instead of extracting the learning that comes from it. And then you can use that to really provide a solid and stable structure for people to come in and work with you. So your money move is actually your pivot. So your pivot is the product or the offer. Your lived experimentation is what makes your advice completely real. You know how it feels to fail and get back up again. You know how it feels to pivot. So stop hiding it and start leading with the fact that you are an amazing third line and you're here for experimentation. Okay, line number 4, the opportunist. Your gift is your network. Yeah, your network is your net worth, literally. You are here for building relationships. You're here for the referral. Okay. You absolutely need, and I have seen this work so many times in business when you are fourth line, you need a referral system. Being in a community, and whether that is a spiritual community because you don't like traditional networking, or whether it is a mastermind because, you just want that depth of connection. You don't need a huge audience. You don't need thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people on Instagram to follow you. In actual fact, that might feel a little bit uncomfortable because you'd rather dive deep into somebody and help somebody specifically than have lots and lots and lots of people follow you. You need the right people because these are the people who are going to trust you. So when you put something out there into the world, they will trust and they will come and buy from you. Now, your shadow, line 4, you try to scale in ways that do not suit you at all. So when you are trying to work with cold audiences, with meta ads and funnels, and you've got strangers coming in, and you've got like content just like going out all the time, and you've got like people just coming in and one of them might have gone viral. This is where the shadow starts to come in for you, because you may start to feel like you're losing control of the relationships that you are building. So you will start underinvesting in those relationships because you're just not quite sure how you can keep up with the virality of a reel that you have done, or the meta ads that lead into a funnel, that lead into a nurture sequence. You're not quite sure how you can control the relationship when it's really hands off, right? So it's so important for you to create something that is really, really diving deep into you as a person, but also them as well, the people that you just really want to work with. So your money move, line 4, your marketing strategy should almost be entirely relationship based. So scrap the ads, scrap the funnels, and make sure that a conversation with the right person is something that you do on a day-to-day basis, because that is worth so much more to you, because that person will know somebody else who will know somebody else and will know somebody else. And when you put your referral system into place, that is where the money comes in for you. Okay, let's talk about line 5, the heretic. So people will project onto you. Line 5 is another projected line. People will see you as a solution before you've even really said too much. The heretic is the fixer. So make sure that you have found something that is something that people really want to have fixed, and ensure that you are positioning yourself as someone who can help people with this particular item. You have a natural magnetism and a reputation that precedes you, and people will pay well for those practical solutions that you bring. Little bit of a tip here though, as a line 5, do not promise a particular outcome or a specific outcome. If you say to people, I will promise you 5 clients within the next 5 days or £5,000 revenue this month, that is a big no-no for fifth lines. Do not promise, because what will happen is people will come at you with pitchforks and torches when they haven't hit that promise. So the shadow here is that you burn out trying to live up to everyone's expectation. Okay. You over deliver, you over explain, you over try and fix everything. You just try and, be what everybody needs. You try and be this person over here for this one that needs fixing, this person over here for this one that needs fixing. Or you pull right away from everybody because you just resist being seen, because you just don't want the projection coming at you. Okay, so your money move as a fifth line is get really, really clear with the problem that you are solving. The fifth line is really powerful with very clearly defined problems that you solve, and vagueness is not going to work for you at all. Trust me, I know this really, really well. So get really, really clear on that. The other place that you are going to be leaving money on the table as a heretic is being worried about going viral. So visibility and making sure that you get out there and you have loads of followers on each of the different platforms that you have decided to be on, you've got to be ready for the thousands of views and the thousands of followers, because they will come. Can you hold that space? That is my question to you. Okay, let's have a look at line 6, the role model. So your gift is that you are living proof, and you are somebody that people will always look up to, especially when you're in the third phase of your line 6, which is 50 plus. You're living as your true self. Your life and your business become literally the leader, like the case study, the literal testimonial. People pay to be near somebody that leads, that has this all figured out. Even if you don't think that you have it all figured out, people pay to be in your aura. So your shadow here as a sixth line is that you are either still in your experimentation and you're wondering why nothing is sticking, nothing is happening, or that you are not quite seeing yourself as a role model just yet. So you're holding back from fully committing to a direction, or you might be underestimating how powerful your example truly is. Because when you look at yourself, you think, well, I don't have it all figured out, because guess what? Nobody does. But trust me, people just will pay to be in your aura. You will transform, not even by saying anything, but just being that living embodiment of what a role model truly is. So your money move, line 6, you are not meant to hustle in the same way that other people do in any way, shape, or form. Your authority just comes from being and living and, kind of doing a little bit as well, but you're not here for performance. The business model needs to reflect that. Okay. So you're going for high trust, high depth, really premium type of, like offers and everything as well. People will pay to come into your world because they just see you as somebody that they want to aspire to be. So now you know the gift, the shadow, and also your money move for each of the lines. You know what you need to do now. But knowing all this information intellectually and actually seeing it in your movements, in your day-to-day decisions and everything like that is a little bit of a different one. Actually living it and living your life in a way that you are designed to receive that money is a completely different thing entirely, which is why I want to tell you about something that I have just opened up. It is a pop-up offer for you, and it's called the Pocket Human Design Experience. For £22 only, you get 3 personal voice notes delivered straight into your WhatsApp on one particular day that you choose. And these 3 voice notes are based entirely on your unique human design body graph. One of these voice notes is going to be specifically about where money is hiding in your unique design, which is exactly what we've been talking about today. But I'm going to show you some specific gates, channels, and centers that this is something you can dive into, you can intellectually understand, and you can start to embody so that your business will grow and your money, abundance, and attraction will just flow into you. There is a link to book this particular experience down in the show notes below. So go and grab a spot before they're all gone. I launched 8 spots, and at the time of me recording this video slash podcast, there are 5 spots left. So go ahead and grab one of those spots, and I will see you in your unique one-to-one pocket human design experience.